FEC 4 and 17. That because you told me that the system's supposed to turn into chilled water mode when we're above 55.
Yeah.
So without this point, that could never happen.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to make sure that that thing was actually being shared. This is stuff you should never have to actually look at.
Okay.
In these folders right here.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if this thing is...
The only reason I'm videotaping, I'm not trying to document like what you're saying, is I'm just documenting like the process, because I'm not going to, only if you come here the one time, I'm not going to be able to remember everything.
Right.
So.
Maybe your computer is slower than mine.
Yeah.
And this is the interlock, so I'm going to say...
So it's unoccupied.
So when this point that we made right here, this little true-false point, when that equals occupied, this should tell all the fans to go into their occupied mode.
Okay.
Once the action table loads, you'll see that it's telling. When that's true, when we're in occupied, all these fans go occupied, and when that's not true, the opposite happens. We just tell everything no one's here. Yep. And that's based on this schedule.
It's on a time schedule. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And this is where you would set the actual schedule.
Yeah. If you edit, you can.
So you can toggle it right now if I wanted to.
Things, yes. And we can screw with that a lot.
So that's specifically where I would actually change it. Right there, if I wanted to.
Right, and you can create an exception schedule
for like special events and stuff.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay,
so that is good. That is good for me to know, because if we have like an evening event, like we'll have evening events the weekend of Memorial Day weekend.
So okay, what day is that?
What is it? The 26th, 27th, 28th of May. Is
Memorial Day always the same week in May?
Hey, Brianna. What's the Memorial Day weekend? Is it the 26th, 27th, 28th of May? Can you check that for me quick? We have a wedding the Saturday night and a wedding Sunday night.
Okay.
So I know for a fact for both of those, for all those days, we're going to probably want it to be occupied. Friday, Saturday, Sunday? So you have the 27th and the 28th, basically, of those nights that we would want.
Okay, so 26th through the 28th of this year.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is put that at this precedence, and here's what's going to happen, is we're going to say, what time did you want it to go occupied?
Let's go, we'll be open that Friday, so we'll want to go occupied at like 8, so let's do 7:30. Now, will that give it enough time to cool down?
What time are people going to be in here?
Well, the building opens at 8, so what do you guys recommend from a control standpoint? Do you recommend like going occupied like an hour before, or like a half hour before?
With the size of this facility, I would say a half hour should be all right. But if the system's not working, we might want to give it a little longer. So
that's fine.
Just to be on the safe side, I would say let's throw it at 7. Okay. So at 7 o'clock we will occupied, and because these are going to be late events, we probably don't want to do the standard going unoccupied at like 6 p.m. So 10, 11, 12, where do you want to be?
You mean a.m.?
p.m. When do we want to actually turn the system off for the night?
That's for all 3 of those days?
Yes.
Well, those events will probably be going until about midnight, so we'll probably do like...
we'll just leave it go then.
Yeah.
We can.
Because you're talking about like a wedding reception, so it'll go... Those will probably go to at least 12.
So just for those 3 days, we're just going to let the system run constantly. If you have a lot of bodies in here, it's going to take longer to cool it back down anyway.
Okay.
So we just made that for you right there. And that's just this year.
Good to know.
So.
Yep.
But you can always add, if there's a holiday like Thanksgiving, and schools do this a lot too.
You can turn it off.
Well, they do it every year. They'll do like the 3rd week of this month every year. We do the same thing. So.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys have user views here. You drag across your chiller points.
So you're bringing all the fan coils?
This is all the chiller stuff.
Oh, the 3 chillers on the roof. Okay.
Now these say they're an alarm.
Yes.
Use chill water alarm reset. Chill water alarm reset. So I'll command that.
Okay, so you're doing a command.
What we're going to do is an operator override.
Okay.
And we're going to trigger it.
So now what is operator override / I know, I mean, obviously I know what that means. You're actually manually overriding the system, but what's a trigger versus whatever the other option was?
Well, this is just a binary, well, actually this is a multi-state